time, we're going to open up the floor to some questions. Seth, where are you at? This gentleman here in the red, white, and blue. Rather than the microphone. This gentleman right here. And as we said, after your question, if you can just give the microphone right back to Seth so you can circulate to others. And each candidate will be given one minute. So, go ahead, sir, if you want to stand up.
If elected or re-elected, will you continue to vote to repeal or defund the Affordable Care Act and take away insurance from 300,000 Pennsylvanians who are now covered?
So if elected, the answer is no, I wouldn't. The Affordable Care Act was not the best bill that could have been put forward, right? It was pushed through with a number of votes. It wasn't negotiated well. A lot of the low-hanging fruit should have been pulled off of it. However, we now have 300,000 people in Pennsylvania that are insured under that act. But most troubling is the fact that the 54 votes that took place to defund or repeal it cost us millions of dollars. And for it, we got nothing. The 16-day shutdown was partially in an attempt to defund or repeal the Affordable Care Act. And we spent $250 million paying people to not work. So the folks where I am think of that as an opposite of a layoff, and it doesn't make sense to them. They know what a layoff is. The work slows down, you get laid off, you get a little bit of a check, the work ticks up, you go back to work. In this case, we have plenty of people wanting to go to work, but there was work to be done. We slowed down our examination of fraud in the disability program. We slowed down refunds from the IRS. I mean, there was a lot of work that could have been done, and I hope we don't continue to make those decisions.
Now, my background is healthcare, rehabilitation services, almost 30 years, dedicated to the healthcare principles of that we could improve our healthcare system. We could decrease costs, increase access, preserve quality and innovation, and make sure that consumers had a choice. The Affordable Care Act really has violated all four of those principles. Yes, I have voted, and I will continue to work to make this a bill, a law, that works for all Americans. We have had some winners, but very few who now have access. Expanding medical assistance is not access. Expanding medical assistance is having a card in your wallet or your pocketbook that says you have medical assistance. Most doctors today, because medical assistance only pays 40 to 60 cents on the dollar, will not accept you as a patient under medical assistance. And I have voted a lot of times to fix this bill. 16 of those times, guess what? The Democrats in the Senate agreed, and President Obama signed into law changes to this bill. Number 17 is out there. That's the tax on medical devices. Do you think we should raise the cost? The good health care is raising the cost of hearing aids and insulin pumps. We passed that out of the House. I'm hoping the Senate will pass that. I hope that'll be the 17th time that President Obama signs a bill to change this law.
Hi, thank you for coming tonight. I want to give you a short little background. When I was in elementary school, I loved playing baseball. And for some reason, when girls were up to bat, if they struck number 2, we had to hand the bat over to a guy, to a boy, so he could take the third strike because, you know, we were told boys are better at this. And we never questioned that principle. And I watched lots of times where boys struck out the third time. Fast forwarding to before I went to college, I took on a job in a canning factory, and I can remember days of having my hands in cold water. I was right next to a boy who was doing the same thing, trying to get money for tuition to help his family out.